Hey Dibs, good morning. I'm going to be fixing your battery tester. So first up, let me plug in the soldering iron. So this morning I thought you would be interested in seeing this process. So I figured I would videotape it as we went. So if we recall, here's the battery tester. It has leads on it for testing batteries, but the black lead for the negative side has come off. So we're going to either try to solder it, the original one back on, or we're going to try to replace it with a totally new one. So let's see if we can find the old lead in the box here. Yeah, so here it is. We already tried or attempted to solder this guy back on. Here's the tip. There's like a black housing that goes around it, and this was, I'm sure there was like some special tool that was used to solder that on the inside of the hole there. So I think it would be easiest if we went into my drawer and got out some new leads. So I have these. These are red and black banana plugs. They'll operate just the same, where you can touch the sides of a battery and test their and test the test how much battery life is left. But so let me solder these on here. I think that's going to be the easiest route than trying to fiddle around with the originals here. As nice as the originals are, so it'll be. I'm wondering, should I leave the red one on here and just replace the black, or should I do both? Since I have them, it would make sense to have a matching set. So I think I'm gonna do that. So got my wire strippers. I'm gonna clean the end of this after we attempted at home to do the negative side. We kind of mangled the end of this, so I'm just gonna strip it so we have a nice clean surface to start on. So these strippers are nice and sharp compared to the ones that we used at home. So these just go snip snip, and wire is stripped. There we go. So let me just cut off the little bit remaining. And oh, it looks like I'm going to need a little knife here. Here's my craft knife. So let me cut that little piece of shielding on there. There we go. There we go. That's much better. So that's a nice big piece of wire, bare wire, that we're going to solder onto this guy here. And let me do the same to the red side. So I'm going to cut off the old one and strip a nice section. I'm going to do about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, which is maybe more than I need, but it's going to give a nice work surface. So this wire here is nice and clean. Good for us. So the way that these banana plugs work is they're very similar to the old one, where there is a plastic housing. This one has a screw that holds it in place, but the banana plugs can be plugged into each other or into the side, however you'd like, which makes it really easy for connecting to other stuff. So I guess if you had a battery or battery system and you didn't want to like hold it there with your hands, it would be a lot easier to use the banana plugs. All right, so it looks like the iron is pretty hot, so I'm going to grab my helping hands. That's what these are, and they help you solder. Remember we were talking about at home, oh, the helping hands, it's going to be hard to get them. So, because remember, I found a magnifying glass, but we couldn't find the actual helping hands. I remember they were up by the fish tank, but oh well. So let me solder this guy in here. Gonna double back. And remember, whenever we begin, we're gonna tin the tip. So let's start by doing that. I'm gonna put this right here in my helping hand. Let me grab my solder. I'm using this 6040 Rosin Core solder, which doesn't need any flux. It has it's all built into the core. So see my iron, nice and hot, immediately. There we go. So that's the difference, I guess, between this iron and the one that we were attempting to use at home. Now you saw those fumes. We were breathing those in the basement, which was not good. So I'm going to turn on my fume extractor, and it's going to whip all the fumes away, which should help. So now that this is tinned, I'm going to use the hands to put the tinned wire inside the banana plug, and then I'm going to go back with another glob of solder to hold it into place. So I'm just going to use the tip of my iron, get a piece of solder to go, and I'm going to use my tip to stick in there and put a nice glob of it. And as that melts, let me get it again. It's going to melt against the inside wall of the. It's going to melt against the inside wall of the plug there to hold it into place. And it looks like I did not get very good adhesion that first time. So let me try again here. Let me go like that. And try one more time to get it to stick to the wall here. Get that fumes out of here. There we go. So that should be much better on there. There we go. And I guess the nice thing about this approach is that these banana plugs are so available that if these break again, we can just replace them. So that makes that much easier. So the red one is on there. I'm going to put the casing over it. And let me use these pliers to help myself wiggle this into place. So now that the casing is on there, I'm going to replace this screw, and if I don't drop it, the red positive side should be done. We've replaced this connector, so I'm going to screw that in there. I actually have the wrong tip on that screwdriver, so here we go. You know, I should have grabbed those other screwdrivers, the ones with the flashlight, but it's bright here this morning, so I don't need any extra light to see. So screw that on there nice. Oh, looks like I went in at an angle. Let's see, let's try again. Screw in. Ah, that's much better. Looks like I could even go to a bigger size here. There we go. There we go. All right, red side complete. Let's do the negative side, and then we'll be all finished. So I'm going to take the same process as before. I'm going to take the housing off and slide it over my wire here. Put the wire into the helping hands and double it back over itself. Because remember, we stripped it to be a little bit larger for this setup. Now I'm going to tin it. So let's grab the iron, grab the solder. We're going to tin it. Oh, I keep forgetting the. Whoop. Let those fumes get extracted. All right, so got a nice, good amount of solder on there. Put that off here. Now I'm going to stick the end of the tinned wire into the barrel of the banana jack. Just a little bit of space with the tip of my iron. And now I'm going to put another glob of solder to adhere it to the inside wall of the barrel. So let's see, we're gonna go in. All right, we got a good amount on there. Now let's see if it has adhered to this. Oh, nope, looks like it needs another poke. So what happened is when you put a bunch of solder on there, you need to make doubly sure that it's actually stuck and melted to the inside of the wall. So I'm just going to stick my my soldering iron tip on there to remove, to cause the solder to flow, just so it sticks to the wall, and that looks like a much better adhesion. So I am going to hold this, because it's quite hot, and put the end of the plastic casing on there. We're going to go in with the screw, and we should be pretty much all done. So let me stick that in there and go at it with the screwdriver. So crank, crank, crank. Get this on here nice and tight. There we go, and we should now have a brand new tester. So, should work great. Let me see if I can find a battery to test with this. Okay, here we go. I got some AA's and I got some 9 volt. Let's test both of them just to make sure we got good continuity here. I'm gonna shut off my soldering iron, let it cool down. So here's the meter. So here's the meter. We should be able to watch the needle go tick, tick, tick. These AA's are 1.5 volts, so it's on the 1.5 volt setting. I'm gonna hold the end and oh wow, this is a good battery. Nice. So looks like it works. And then just to make doubly sure, I didn't damage anything, though I don't think I would have. Let's make sure it works on a 9 volt as well. So these 9 volts, by the way, are not new. I'm not taking them out of the package. I had a bunch of 9 volts and I don't like it when the tips rub together, so I got a piece of packaging tape to wrap them all up. So that's what I'm breaking. These are actually old batteries. So this one might actually be dead. It says it expires in March of 2012. So let's see here. So 9 volt, I'm going to put it on the 9 volt setting and then test the tip. Oh wow. That is dead. You can see the needle moving a little bit. I should dispose of these. Let's see here. Try this other one. Same deal. Wow. These are pretty much dead. I'm actually going to confirm with this other meter that I have. So my multimeter lets me read out what the actual voltage of these batteries is. So let me set this meter here to volts. And then I'm looking in the single volt range in the tens place. So let me set. Yeah, these are giving off 0.09 volts instead of 9, which they were supposed to be. Yeah, so these batteries are dead. I probably shouldn't have kept them. Good thing I had the battery tester, and I was able to see. All right, so that's that. Battery tester seems to be working. It's correctly identified these as dead batteries, which makes sense because they expired in 2012, and these as perfectly good batteries. So, Dibs, I hope you enjoyed this. I am going to package this back up and bring it home next time I am there. Ooh, looks like the camera's falling. So I'm going to package this back up like I said, send this home so you can continue to use it. Put it in here. Alright. I'm going to include the old probe in the box, even though it shouldn't be good for anything right now. And right now it's early in the morning. It is, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock or so? It is 8:19 a.m. and I'm going to get back to my breakfast. Yesterday at the Willington rest stop, they the BSA was giving out free pastries. So we went to, make a donation to the BSA and all of that. And they said that they were running out of time and they needed to give us a whole box of sticky buns. So we were like, oh, okay, sure. So that's what we did. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my breakfast. I'm going to get this back to you, nice and repaired, so that you can continue to use it. And other than that, have a great day. Bye.